Derek from ScreamingEagleAirsoft.com, and today that's right, you heard me, ScreamingEagleAirsoft.com. You can go to that website, check it out, get all your airsoft supplies and needs there. Now, today we are doing a review, a product review, and this product is of, well, let's back up. Have you guys ever played airsoft? Have you ever gotten on the field, you had your goggles on, and you're cruising along, and then all of a sudden you couldn't see where you were going because you're so hot and bothered that all the excitement and all the running, the heated up, the steamed up, fogged up your goggles. Now you can't see a darn thing. Is that a friendly guy? Is that enemy? I don't know, I'll just shoot him and not worry about it. Okay. Well, it's happened to me. My goggles, I'd be wearing my goggles and then all of a sudden, poof, it'd be completely white and I couldn't see out. Well, I've got a solution for you, okay? I had been using Moondog Defogger. Moondog Defogger is an awesome defogger. What I do is I squirt a few of it. You pump spray it a few times on your goggles and you allow it to dry. And then what happens is it creates a film on the inside of your goggles that prevent it from fogging up. Well, after a few games, that will wear off and then they start to fog up again. It does happen. But another problem that I have with Moondog is it takes a while for it to dry. So when I'm on the field and I'm playing and I squirt it, I have to sit there and wait a good while, 15, 20 minutes for it to dry, or I'm putting them on wet and they recommend not to wipe it off because then you're taking all the Moondog off your goggles. You got to allow it to dry on your goggles. Now, a lot of people have goggles that are concaved, right? So that when you squirt it, all the good juices of the anti-fog spray kind of seep down into the center. And then what you have a good spot in the middle that's defogged and the rest is still fogged. Okay, so or you just keep moving it around trying to center it. What are you doing? You're doing a dance out in the field. Okay, don't do that. I've done it. Okay, now you could spray it and you can wave it in there trying to dry it faster. What's happening? I don't know. The Moondog's moving around. A lot of times when you spray it, it's thicker in one area and thinner in another. And what does that cause? It causes distorted vision, like you've got a magnifying glass right here or whatever, and then you're like, whoa, what's going on? Or you'll have a spot right in front of where you can see, and then you won't be able to see stuff. But everything else will be not fogged. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, I like that product. It works. But I don't like the way you apply it or the application of that product. Okay, I've recently discovered, because someone told me, I recently discovered this awesome product, okay? Have I used it? Yes. Does it work? Yes. Rain-X. Yes, Rain-X. Now, you probably thought Rain-X was only for your windshield of your car. Like you would wipe it on the outside of your windshield so when it rains, rainwater doesn't stick to your window. Well, that is true, but this is in a different formula. This is Rain-X Anti-Fog, okay? Rain-X Anti-Fog used on the interior of your car windshield. Well, what do? I don't put it on the interior, well, I do put it on the interior of my car windshield, but what I also do is I put it on the interior of my goggles. Okay, and how do you apply it? Well, it's super simple. I got me a Global Vision low profile goggle right here. Let's zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. Got the Global Vision low profile goggle sitting right here. Now what you do is you take a paper towel or a cloth rag, whatever you have available to you, and what I do is I just fold it over a couple of times just so I can manage it in my hand. Then you take your Rain-X. I don't know if you need to shake it up or not. I do. It's really kind of just an alcohol mixture. Don't drink it. And what I do is I just put a couple of drops on my paper towel, and then I don't know if you can see that, but it's wet right there in the middle. And then what I do is coating the entire lens with this alcohol wipe substance. Getting it wet. If it gets too thick in one area, what you can do is sprinkle a little water on there and mix it around. That's what they recommend. I don't. I would just probably put another drop of Rain-X. I would just go a couple more drops. I like to heavily coat it because I'm a heavy sweater and I fog up the weakest goggles. And then you let it dry for about 3 seconds, okay? And then it is completely ready to go. All right, now after letting this dry for about 2 or 3 seconds, I should be good to go ahead and just put this on my face. There you go. And then I just cruise around with my goggles and they're not going to fog up. Now, will I need to apply a second coat in the middle of the day? Yes. After I play for a couple hours, I'm probably going to need to take my kill rag or whatever rag I'm using, drop a few drops of this Rain-X on there and wipe it off. You do that in between games. If you do that every time in between games, you're probably never going to fog throughout the entire day. It does wear off. Now with these goggles, what happens is they never fog up, but they build up sweat on the inside. And what happens is that sweat does obscure my vision. So what I do is I still have to wipe it off between each game, and then I make sure that I Rain-X it. You will soon be able to get this at ScreamEagleAirsoft.com. Currently, right now, we don't have this, but because I have fallen in love with this Rain-X, I think I'm going to start carrying it, and you will be able to get it from me. Something about Rain-X that I meant to say. It's alcohol, don't drink it. Don't get it in your eyes. If you get it in your eyes, make sure you wash that out. You know, there's a safety warning right here. You want to read it, make sure you use it. Now, it's not, if your goggles have some kind of anti-scratch coating or have some kind of, I don't know, color is tinting or whatever, that's not actually part of the plastic or the glass, don't use Rain-X. Rain-X will remove that coating. It will eat through it, okay? But just your standard polycarbonate goggles or glass goggles, you're perfectly fine. Thanks for coming out and checking out this video of the Rain-X Anti-Fog, and you will be able to pick this up at ScreamEagleAirsoft.com. And remember guys, whenever you're on the airsoft field, play safe.